Okay, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out and thank all of the National Guard folks that are here with us today, as well as all the other speakers. Really, we're opening back up our Texas facility. It was very important, so we want to thank our private partners as well. But this really is the time that we've been talking about for a very long time. We are now in flu season, and so we have to encourage folks to get out, get tested, and to change their behavior. Nobody knows more than myself COVID fatigue. We all feel it. We've been doing this for a very long time, but we're not past the critical point yet to where we can let our guard down. So what I would tell you is for all those folks out there, if you've been out and about in the last 3 to 4 weeks where it's been beautiful weather like it is today, and you've seen friends and family that you haven't really seen for months, please come out and get tested. This is a very easy and simple process. Please continue to wash your hands on a regular basis, and please limit your gatherings so that you're only around people, you're social distancing, you're wearing your face covering, and washing your hands so that we can get through this together as a community and we can get on into the next year. So with that, I'm going to invite Chief Steinbach up because it's important to explain to folks how easy this process really is. But remember, this is for the good of the whole community. Community testing is something that we're better at than most places. So I encourage everybody to do their part today. So Chief Steinbach.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, so we're opening back up the Texas site. That's to address increased demand here in the community. I want to thank UMC, the National Guard, the Southern Nevada Health District, our neighboring fire departments, and certainly my staff for the work to put this back together. I do want to work off of what the commissioner just said, is that this is an easy process. The fire department's involved in this on the operational side, so it's our job to make this as efficient as possible so that we can get you back out onto your day as quickly as possible and really fulfill our goals, which is to identify those that may have this illness and to quickly help them to isolate and to keep it from spreading, and then assist them from that point moving forward. And so this just gives us the opportunity to do that again. We can easily take another 2,000 people a day through here, even more, without having long wait times. And we don't anticipate anybody having wait times over 15 minutes, at least unless there's a surge that's unexpected moving forward. We've tried to make the registration process as easy as possible as well. And so you can access that through the Southern Nevada Health District website, as well as at COVID. If you were to text COVID to the phone number 844-990-0029, you'll get a code sent to you that'll put you right into the registration process. So again, we've made this as fast as possible, as easy as possible. We encourage you to get tested. What I always tell people is if you get tested and it's negative, you also have that peace of mind, at least for that snapshot in time. So we want you to work with us to do everything we can to try to keep our community open and to try to keep our community safe. As far as the process, when you get here, you're going to enter off of Rancho at this location, at the Texas location, at the main driveway, and then you're going to exit back out over here off of Lake Mead. And then we also will still have our other sites opened up, which is at UNLV and which is at Cashman Field. And those are still available and open up. You can register at those at the UMC website, which is umcsn.com. Cashman is open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 4. And UNLV is open Sunday through Thursday, 8 to 4. And this Texas location is open up Thursday through Monday, 8 to 4. So we've tried to make sure that that is available throughout the community. We also, if you check the Southern Nevada Health District sites, you'll see we have some strike teams that go out for more limited testing. We've been averaging 2 to 4 of those a week, and those locations are also available at that site. So with that, I'd like to go ahead and introduce Dr. Lagan, and he'll speak to the health district and the public health aspect of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning. First, I want to say that Southern Nevada Health District, our team up there, they are very happy to be collaborating with the county and other community partners on this initiative of offering testing here at Texas Station. I want to remind our community that we are still suffering from this pandemic, that the number of cases, again, are going up in our community. For the last 5 weeks, we have been witnessing an increase in the number of daily cases reported here, which means that we need to increase our efforts and compliance following the preventive measures that have been recommended to all of us. And those preventive measures I have mentioned before. First is the use of the facial cover or mask, very important, as well as making sure that we keep the social distancing or 6 feet distance from one another, and avoid as possible spending time in public places unless we have a valid reason to do so. I also want to mention that enhancing the availability of testing is very important to our community and to our efforts of decreasing the spread of this virus in Clark County. And this is why this service is being offered here at Texas Station. Together with that effort is also the element of contact tracing. The health district have been increasing our manpower, addressing contact tracing in this community, and that's very important because that helps us identify quickly individuals who might have been exposed to confirmed cases of COVID in our community. I want to say that as important as is being tested today, we also must be aware that a negative test result today doesn't mean that we are immune against this disease. It just means that today we are not infected, but potentially we could be infected any other day if we are exposed to somebody with the disease. Also, it's important to remember that individuals who have been infected recently, mostly individuals infected less than 5-6 days from the day of testing, they could have a negative result. But it's very possible that if they start developing signs and symptoms, they should go and get tested again, and that result most likely will come up positive. I also want to remember everybody that even so we have all those concerns with COVID, we also are now entering into the flu season, and that's why it's very important for us to make sure that we get the flu shot, because by getting the flu shot, we are accomplishing at least 2 things. First, we are protecting ourselves against the flu, which every year kills thousands of people in this country. But also, we are making sure that we are not suffering at any point the possibility of being infected by the flu and COVID, and then getting into a very challenging situation where we might develop severe complications, whether it is from COVID or flu. So that's very important. And then in addition to that, by getting the flu shot, we are also helping the healthcare system here in the community, because less people will need to go to the emergency rooms or urgent care system if we have a lot of people here protected by the flu vaccine. I also want to mention that we are now entering into the holidays. You know, this is a season of celebration every year where the families gather. Now, because of COVID, we have to ask everybody, every family to please make sure that we take care of ourselves and avoid large congregations in our homes. We really emphasize the importance of trying to limit the number of relatives or friends and no more than 10 people at the household, because the more people you have at your households during any of those celebrations, the higher the risk of COVID transmission among participants. This is something that we have to be aware of, and it's something that has been reported very frequently in recent weeks. I think I should go to Spanish now, right? Okay. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to go Spanish now. So, that's kind of difficult. Bueno, el condado Clark en las últimas 4 o 5 semanas ha estado sometido a un incremento en el número de casos diarios reportados de coronavirus. Esto, entre otras cosas, ha motivado que estemos ofreciendo hoy aquí en Texas Station el acceso a pruebas gratis de COVID. No necesitan tener seguro médico o nada, solamente venir aquí y van a recibir su prueba gratis. Es importante el hacerse la prueba de coronavirus porque eso ayuda a identificar de manera temprana las personas que están infectadas por el coronavirus y de esa manera ayuda a que las autoridades de salud puedan encontrar más rápidamente a personas que hayan sido expuestas a este virus y puedan estar ahora en cuarentena en sus casas o aislados si son positivos por el virus. También es importante saber que si usted se hace la prueba hoy y la prueba resulta negativa, eso significa que usted en el día de hoy no tiene la infección, aparentemente, pero pudiera ser que en días sucesivos usted fuera infectado con el coronavirus, y si usted presenta síntomas sospechosos de esta enfermedad, pues debe hacerse la prueba nuevamente. También es importante conocer que algunas personas que ya estando infectadas con el virus se hacen la prueba. Si se hacen la prueba menos de 4 o 5 días después de la infección, la prueba pudiera resultar negativa y por tanto es importante que se repitan la prueba si llegan a presentar algún síntoma o signo sospechoso de coronavirus. También quería señalar la importancia de del uso de las medidas preventivas que se han estado recomendando a la población, como es el uso de la máscara, también lo que es la distancia social, mantener los 6 pies de distancia de unos de otros, o 2 metros, depende de la medida que uses, y también el evitar estar en sitios públicos si no existe una razón válida para ello. También quiero señalar que en estos momentos estamos comenzando la temporada de flu, la influenza, y que es importante que nos vacunemos contra el flu, porque de esa manera estamos protegiéndonos contra el flu, pero también estamos previniendo la posibilidad de que podamos adquirir la infección doble por el flu y por el coronavirus, y eso pudiera acarrear complicaciones severas en su estado de salud. Y para finalizar, también quiero señalar que ahora que comienzan las fiestas navideñas, que todos queremos reunirnos con nuestras familias y amigos, es importante tener en cuenta que debemos tratar de tener el menor número posible de personas en nuestra casa, tratar de limitar ese número a no más de 10 personas, porque de lo contrario eso pudiera facilitar el mayor diseminación de la enfermedad y más personas pudieran estar infectadas o adquirir la infección por esa reunión familiar. Okay, I will stop here now, and I will call Councilwoman Pamela Goins Brown from the City of North Las Vegas, please.
Good afternoon. I'd first like to start by thanking the county, the health district, UMC, and the Nevada National Guard, and all of our partners for bringing this big testing opportunity back to the city of North Las Vegas. Looking at cases by city, North Las Vegas has the second highest number of positives, and 4 of the 8 zip codes are here in our city. As the largest majority city in Nevada, this additional testing is extremely crucial to help to track how COVID-19 is spreading in our community. Not only is testing important, but following the simple guidelines of wearing a mask, maintaining social distance, and washing your hands frequently will help out tremendously. And this is the time of year when flu season kicks up. So please go get your flu shot. Do your part to minimize any strain on the hospital system in our city this winter. So I just want to stress how important it is for our residents to get tested, and just retaliate that the testing is free at all of these locations. And we humbly want you to take advantage of it. So thank you. Oh, and at this time, I'd like to introduce Julian Escucha Rodriguez, Consul of Mexico.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. I'll start my remarks in English. Nevada and Las Vegas, as the rest of the world, have been badly hit by COVID-19. In particular, the Hispanic and the Mexican community have suffered dearly from this new virus. Our communities are composed of essential workers that are doing important work around the city and the state, and we want them to be safe and healthy. So today I join our leaders in this community, our authorities, in a special call to attention. We have to take this seriously. We are tired of being away from our friends and family members. We are tired of not being in parties and social gatherings. But this is the time to reinforce all safety and sanitary measures. We have to wear the masks properly. We have to wear them all the time possible. We have to keep social distancing. We have to avoid mass gatherings or big gatherings. It's important to get tested if you have symptoms or if you were in contact with a person that is sick of coronavirus. This location will be open starting tomorrow. The tests will be free. You will come in your car, very safe, and you'll be able to get tested. It's important to get a flu shot. In the Consulate of Mexico, we have hosted several free of cost flu vaccines, and we will continue with that. And our partners in the community, REACH in particular, are conducting free of cost flu vaccinations in several locations around the city. So please take advantage of it. Now I'll switch to Spanish. Muy buenas tardes. Soy Julián Escutia, el cónsul de México en Las Vegas, pero cubro todo el estado de Nevada. Hago un llamado muy especial a toda la comunidad hispana, en particular la mexicana, para que en las próximas 2 semanas reforcemos las medidas sanitarias. Usemos bien el cubrebocas, lavemos nuestras manos frecuentemente, evitemos fiestas y reuniones grandes. Todos estamos cansados, pero todos juntos y siguiendo las indicaciones de las autoridades, vamos a seguir adelante. Vamos a salir sanos y fuertes. La comunidad hispana y mexicana ha sido severamente afectada por este virus. 30 mexicanos han fallecido por COVID en Nevada. Ese es el registro que tenemos. Quizás hay más, pero es mucha gente. 1 es mucho, 30 es demasiado. Debemos de trabajar juntos, todos, para parar los contagios. Tenemos 2 semanas cruciales. Y este lugar, el Texas Station, es una locación perfecta para venir a hacerse la prueba gratis si uno tiene síntomas o si uno tuvo contacto con alguna persona enferma. Así es que de verdad es un llamado importante que hacen las autoridades locales y que México, por mi conducto, también lo hace y se une a la comunidad de Nevada. Por favor, tomemos esto muy en serio. Gracias.
All right. Well, I want to thank all of the speakers that came out today and just remind of a couple of things. So, one, there's been a common message here today, right? Social distance, wear a face covering, and wash your hands frequently. Go get a flu shot, but most importantly, come and get tested. So it's a very quick process. I registered myself. It took me about 45 seconds, and I'm not good with technology, so that says a lot. We ask for your name, your birth date, and your phone number, and that's all the information that we ask for. I encourage families to come as a whole. There's nothing wrong with bringing your children, grandchildren, nieces or nephews to get tested. And it is a very quick process. How can you help me? By doing those common items that I asked everybody to do as a community. 2, by taking advantage of this community testing. And 3, if you register, the process will go very fast, about 15 minutes, and utilize the community-wide testing. We are very fortunate in our community because we are good at this and we can do it. And a lot of other states are just now getting started with this, so we know how to do it. We're going to show you today how fast and efficient that it can be. Understand that the contact tracing will take up to about 72 hours because we don't want it to go any farther than that. And then lastly, I just want to thank Station Casinos again because it is very hard to find a location that gets to the community that we need to get to, has a location that we can expedite through. So with that, we're not going to really take any questions because everybody's going to be around, but we're going to show you how the testing actually works, and I'll be the person to go first so you can show constituents out there from start to finish on how we get this done as a community. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing this place very busy. Thanks.